Hi everyone, it's Gina K from Gina K Designs and welcome to Stampin' Chat. I am so glad to have all of you here. I see people coming in from all over the country and all over the world, and it is truly an honor to be here with you this evening. I want to get started by saying that we are thinking of all of you that are on the East Coast tonight. We know some of you in Florida have already been hit by a lot of water, and that hurricane is making its way up the coast. So if you are anywhere in the line of that hurricane, we want you to know that we're thinking about you, we're praying for you, and I actually see several of you are here tonight talking about how you've battened down the hatches and you are all set to ride it out and participate tonight in Stampin' Chat. I also saw a comment that I just wanted to address. I know that some of you would love me to be able to chat more with you, and it's not always easy to catch every single question and every single comment. And one of you had even suggested possibly a Zoom meeting or something like that. The only problem with that is most of the time we have close to 2,000 people, if not over 2,000 people. And I think that gets into like a Zoom enterprise account, and that's pretty pricey. So we would have to look into that and see what that is all about. But we can let you know. Right now, we are able to dual stream on Facebook and YouTube at the same time to get all of our viewers an opportunity to watch. So hopefully we're going to do our best to catch as many questions as we can. And we sure appreciate all of your participation. We love to see your comments and questions. Now, Tom is here tonight. He is going to be monitoring some of the questions, but I actually just told him a little while ago that he was going to be in tonight's show. So are you ready for that, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait. We're not. I want to talk about the topic tonight. So let's just do that first. Tonight's topic is worry is a wasted emotion. And I know that a lot of you out there are worrying right now, especially if you are maybe a mom and you're trying to figure out whether or not to homeschool or virtual school or send the kids to school. Maybe you're worried about your job. You're worried about so many different kinds of things right now, to be worried about your health, all of that. But one thing I have to say is worry really is a wasted emotion. It never solves the future, and it always takes away from the present. So if you're worried about how something will affect you, you're kind of future casting, and you don't have a crystal ball. So you really are never going to know the outcome. And most often your attitude will decide the outcome anyway. So worrying doesn't empty tomorrow of its troubles. It empties today of its joy. So that's my topic for today. Worry is a wasted emotion. I have a little quote that I found for the end of the show that I really, really like, and I'll be sharing with you. But tonight, I want to show you the stamp set we're going to be using. This is called Layered Leaf Prints. If we can get that overhead shot. This is called Layered Leaf Prints. Let's get the overhead. There we go. So this was in a kit. This may have been one of last year's fall stamp sets. I don't even remember. All the years of running together, we have done so many kits. So this is Layered Leaf Prints. And this is what we're going to use tonight. And I have asked Tom to join me because we're going to do some Emboss Resist. Now, before we do that, I want to show you how this stamp set can work if you don't want to do Emboss Resist. I just want to show you a couple things. So I have a piece of white cardstock here, and I want to show you how cool these layered leaf prints are. So you can see there are two stamps here that layer together, two here that layer together, these two and these two, to do some really fun little layered stamping. So I'm going to do one and just show you what it looks like. It's pretty easy to line up, and mostly because it doesn't matter how you line it up because it always looks good. So I'm going to stamp this one in turquoise C. Let me try to stamp it up here so I don't waste the whole sheet of cardstock. Okay, so that's the way the first stamp looks. Now you can see it's a very, very rustic looking stamp. It almost looks like it's not a solid image because it's not. It's very grungy looking, antiqued looking, whatever you want to call it. Now here's the second layer, and I'm going to use some Tranquil Teal with this one. And then, you know, as long as you get pretty close, it's going to look pretty good. So let's go right about there. And you can see now, that is really cool. And you can do some beautiful layering using this stamp set. Let me see if I can bring that a little bit closer. It's not stamped perfectly, but it's really, really cool. It's got a pine stamp here. Let me show you that one. Let me put this back. It's got this pine stamp, which I really love because you can use this for holiday cards too. So if you love leaves, and I always say leaves are the masculine flower. You know, if you love nature and you love flowers and things like that, leaves are a great kind of stamp to have in your collection because it works so great for those masculine cards. So I want to invite Tom into the scene over here while we're getting a few things ready. And Tom has, oh, your computer went to sleep over here, just so you know. So Tom has got this thing rigged up in such a way that I don't even know. He's got like 3 computers kind of piggybacked to each other, and one is over here. And I don't even know if that's possible to do, but he found a way to do it. So let me see here. I am trying to keep track of what's going on Facebook to like see your comments. Here he is. Hey, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Been practicing.
You have?
No.
Not at all. Well, we're going to do Emboss Resist. I know you've seen it before because I've done like 50,000 Emboss Resist videos that you've edited for me in the past. But you're actually going to make an Emboss Resist card. And I have a couple different kinds of coloring tools for you. I have these sponge daubers that we can try.
Love those.
You do?
Yeah.
And I also have the blending brushes.
Love those too.
All right, good, good. So before we get started, I wanted to show them something that we got in the mail. Is that okay if I show them? So I'm going to need an overhead shot for this. I don't know if you can control that. Okay, the magic. Here comes the magic. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So I got this card today. We got this card today. This is from our vet who help Teddy cross over the Rainbow Bridge. And look what they sent. They sent little paw prints. They stamped her little feet for us. Isn't that? I cried when I opened this. I absolutely bawled. I was going up to take a shower and I ran out to get the mail and I thought, oh, what is this? And when I opened this, I absolutely bawled. But this is by far one of the sweetest things I've ever seen. It's like Teddy stamped a little card for us. And I just love that. They're so kind there. So I wanted to show you guys that. I have that posted on my Instagram story, but I will treasure this. I want to put this in her scrapbook and make a little scrapbook of all of her and her cute little things that she did. I'll tell you.
Last thing she did was to stamp for you.
She did. That was the last. Oh, I'm going to cry. That's going to make me cry. Yes, the last thing that she did was she stamped me a little card. Oh. So, okay. So now let's get back to stamping. So we're going to use the layered leaf print stamp set to do some Emboss Resist. Now with Emboss Resist, you can use white embossing powder if you're using white cardstock, but you can also do rainbow patterns and then do stamping and then another color on top. There's lots of ways to do Emboss Resist. We're going to keep it simple today, because this is idea. This is your first time doing Emboss Resist, right?
It is.
Okay. So I have a piece of cardstock for you, and we're going to have to go back to the overhead. And I have a piece of cardstock for me. So I thought maybe you could do yours in one angle, and I'll do mine in the other angle. So maybe you could do yours this way. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Is this cardstock too bright? You think that's a problem?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, if this is too bright behind here, let us know. I just grabbed the first pieces of cardstock that I could find, but I think that everybody can see them okay. All right. So we're going to start by using the embossing magic pad. And we're going to rub that all over the surface of the cardstock. And Tom, you have to know what that does. What does that do?
That removes any static or other things that might be oils that might be on the cardstock to prepare it properly for the fine art that is about to take place.
Very good. That's very good. All right, I'm going to move this up here so that you stay there and I'll stay here. Okay, so here's a block for you. You can have the round one. I'll have the square one. These are comfort blocks. Don't they feel nice?
Yes, they do feel comfortable.
They are very comfortable. All right, so let's see. You know what? I'm looking at Facebook here and I can't see any comments, and that's because I am looking at the wrong thing. So I am trying to see the comments. We'll see if I can find them in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to start. Now with this technique, we're not going to do layering. We're just going to pick one image and we're going to go with that. So I think the first thing that we should do is stamp the greeting. Do you want to stamp the greeting with the Misty? Or are you comfortable with stamping with a block?
I think. Well, do you have the new Misty with you?
I do, but I don't have it. I don't have it here.
Okay.
I'll have it for Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, the
Yeah.
new Misty. Okay.
So, but I have the old Misty, and that works. So why don't we use that just to be very careful. And I'm not going to help you with this time because last time I totally ruined your greeting. So I'll let you position it. But what I thought we could do is we could do a layout where our greeting is kind of down here and then we stamp around it and we just do the emboss resist kind of around the greeting.
All right.
Does that make sense? All right. So Tom is placing his stamp and I am
Whoops.
looking for... What happened?
My finger
Oh,
happened. Okay, so what do I put this down here?
yeah, wherever you want. Yep, to hold the paper down. And
Okay.
that's tucked in there real well, right? Oh, sorry. I moved your stamp. I'm sorry. Oh, I'll just stay off to the side here.
Starting early. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up.
Yes.
All right.
Now, are you going to like fix that paper again to make sure it's in the right spot? Not that you have to. All right, so let's stamp the greetings with black.
Okay.
All right. So Tom's going to stamp his greeting with black. He's a very gentle inker. Takes him a little while to get the ink on there. Oh, that looks good.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so. Do you want something to rub over that? Like this? Sorry. I keep bumping him. Sorry. All right. So do you want to stamp that a second time?
Second time.
Second time, Tom. Ooh, your arm almost went in the black ink. All right. You really got to ink it up. You're very gentle.
Well, I was slamming it last time and somebody got offended.
But somebody got offended that you're inking it too aggressively?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's not bad.
That's beautiful.
Forever, baby.
So can you clean that stamp so I can take a crack at it? Oh, my goodness.
Here we are.
We are having fun. So I think I'm going to stamp mine in that same, not in the same place. So I'm going to need you want to take your card out? I don't want to mess it up. I'm so nervous about messing up your card.
Do you know what the first stamp ever in the history of human beings was?
I do not.
I don't know either,
Oh.
but I bet it was a man who did the first stamp.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. I think like he came in to the cave and he had mud on his hand or his hands from working out in the mud. And he leaned up against the wall and it left a print on the wall. And the woman, of course, looked at that and said, that's cool. And of course, she was within a few minutes, she was drawing on her hand with berry juice and doing thumping and masking with leaves and asking him, don't you have to go chase something down and get him out of the house with his muddy hands?
Don't you have to chase something down?
And that's how stamping began.
Is that right?
I think so.
I had no idea. I think, even if that's not right, I think we should perpetuate that rumor.
Myth.
Myth.
Not
Myth.
rumor.
Myth. Okay, perpetuate the myth.
Stamping myth.
The stamping myth of how stamping began by Tom K. Wow. It's interesting.
Yeah, you're loving that.
I'm loving that story.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, you take
She's
that.
looking at the clock now.
I'm not looking at the clock. But it does explain where our kids are the way they are. Okay, so now I think what we should do is, where's yours? Oh, here it is. I think we should do another layer of this just to be safe, because we don't want the black to run at all or to get embossing powder stuck to it. So, okay, I'll do that too. We can always just wipe that off later. All right, so now, which stamp do you want to use out of there?
Okay.
I want to use an assortment, actually. So I have a VersaMark pad for you and one for me. And I want to use like the more sketchier versions, although this one's kind of cool. How about if you use that one first and I use this one first, and then we can trade. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds
You're
like
going to need a
plan.
bigger block. Here's a big block for that. And I'm going to use this one. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave room up at the top here for that really big one. So I'll let you stamp that one first. I think I want to stamp that one first too, because I want to know where it is. Man, I used a lot of embossing magic. We have 2 of these in here. We didn't have to share. Okay. So we're using VersaMark ink for this. You just don't want it to go over the word.
Can it go off the
Yeah, it should go off
edge?
the edge. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to use that one now. I'm going to ink that up.
We had water in the basement again today,
At work?
last night. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep. Good old shop vac.
So you were doing that all day?
Not all day.
Part of the day?
Part of the day. And the last thing the girls said before I left was, do good tonight. And
Did you know what they meant?
I said, that's too much to ask. And then Shelley said, well, just all you have to do is look good and smell good. And I said, that's too much to ask. And left.
That's true. Okay, so I stamped my second one. I think I overlapped a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to stamp one up here. Okay.
Can I go do 2 of the same, or?
You can, or you can use that one. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to put some clear embossing powder on mine. I get the feeling yours is going to look better again. Everybody liked your card last time better than they liked my card. I want you to know that.
Oh, don't worry. My wheels will come off.
Yeah, see, I overlapped by accident, but that's all right. It's a Tom night, so my card can't look as good as yours.
Okay, so should I do 2 of these?
Whatever you want. I'm going to find the other block, the round block, and I'm going to do these pine needles too. You see, I put my embossing powder on already so I can see better on where my last one was stamped.
Yeah, I want a different one. Well, let's do.
You want a different one?
Let's do this one down here.
All right, I'm doing this one. And then I feel like I have to put the embossing powder on because I already messed up once. I don't want to mess up again. See, so I can see where mine are. I have to put one more on there because you know I can't do an even number.
I need the tidy towel.
Oh, you need
going to use this?
No, I'm not going to use it, but I'll clean it for you. Do you want to put some of your embossing powder on so you can see where it is?
No, I can see.
You can see? Okay, I can't see at all. Let's see. I think I'll add one more over here. Maybe I will do this tiny one down here.
This one has to be cleaned.
Okay, I'll clean that later. And I'll do this really tiny little leaf over here. This is going to be tricky. Okay, so now I'm going to put my embossing powder all over these. There we go. Just wanted a little bit of that leaf coming off the side. Should I add one more? No, I don't think so. Okay, so what do you need, hon?
I think I'm good.
Okay, so here is the clear embossing powder for you. And while you're doing that, I will get out of your way and I'm going to start to emboss mine. So I know it's hard to see that. You might be able to catch a little bit of that on there, but I'm going to heat up my embossing gun first, make sure it gets a little bit hot, and then I am going to heat it all up. Oh, yours looks good. Now leaves overlap in real life, right? As they're falling on the ground.
A few times, yeah.
Okay. You just want to make sure there's not a lot of excess all over the place where you don't want it. I think that looks pretty good.
Hey, Tom, has anyone ever told you your voice doesn't match face? Your face, I guess. My voice doesn't match my face. I had the original removed a few years ago.
Well, maybe, I wonder what they were thinking you were going to look like, or you were going to sound like. Maybe they thought you were going to sound like Lou Rawls or something.
Reminds me, I gotta go use some paint in the garage.
You're not in the camera. That's the hardest thing, is staying in the camera.
Oh, there's something that got stuck on there.
Oh, no. Do you want me to try to get it off? It's like a goober.
Is this done?
No, not yet. Okay, so when you're embossing, make sure you kind of like hold it in one area. Like, see how it's not shiny over here? Hold it there until it turns shiny. It's not shiny here. There you go.
It probably didn't stamp as well.
I think down here it's not done yet either. Yeah, this is what you would use to remove paint, right? I'm going to see if I can ungoober that.
What was that?
Well, I don't know. It was probably something in the embossing powder, a little fleck of something. But I got it off for you. Here we go. Okay, let's get rid of this excess powder here. All right. Does my voice match my face? I want to know.
I think your face and voice match, Angela said.
Oh, really?
I don't know who she was talking to, but
Maybe she was talking to you.
maybe.
Because I just asked the question.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably not.
Gina to the rescue.
Okay, so I was thinking that one of us could do a non-traditional autumn colors like sea glass and maybe apple mint. and one of us could do more traditional colors like sweet mango, honey mustard, sandy beach kind of thing. So which would you like to do?
I'll go with traditional.
Okay.
Honey mustard.
I keep moving you back up.
Oh, yeah.
So I have like sweet mango here. I have sandy beach. I have honey mustard. They're all really beautiful fall colors.
Okay.
So what do you think?
So how about faded brick?
Oh, faded brick. Yeah, faded brick.
Let's do.
Now remember, you're ink blending, so you've got to be light-handed about it.
Okay.
So what I like to do when I'm doing this kind of ink blending is I actually really like these sponges.
All right.
I think that they're really good because you can start like right in the middle and you can work your way out with a much lighter touch.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to try that?
Okay, so do I start with the darkest color first?
I would start with the lightest color first.
All right.
Although, I mean, it depends. Like, do you want to do each leaf a different color and then kind of work your way out and then blend them together? Let me show you. I'll do mine here. I'm going to use sea glass and I'm going to use Applemint. So this is totally non-traditional, but you can kind of get the idea. So I'll start with some sea glass on here. And I'm going to start like kind of like right in the center here. And I'm going to just work my way out and see how the leaf is starting to emerge. I am going really light though. Oh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know how bright that is on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that, how pretty that is. And we can go darker in the center, like we can go heavy-handed in the center, but as we kind of go outside toward the edges of the leaves, just get real light-handed. Like that. So you want to try that?
All right. I'm going to, I still don't know.
Maybe just use two colors. Maybe just use the honey mustard and the faded brick.
Okay, so I am going to start with the darkest.
Okay. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm worried. Where's my quote? I need my quote. Worry. Worry is wasted emotion. It never solves the future, but it always takes away from the present.
And here goes.
And here goes. We're in the present. We're living in the moment. While you do that, I'm going to do another leaf over here.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice. I love the way these look. It's not always easy to see it on the live as it is after the live. We always post these pictures in our Facebook group. So if you guys aren't part of our Facebook group, head over to Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends and join our group. We'll approve you pretty quickly, and then you can see all the pictures that we post, and we'd love you to share your photos, too, of things that you do. Oh, Tom, that looks good. So you're doing those two in that color?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is that enough?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And
Should I
then
go off the edge and
yeah, you could go off the edge. I'll go off the edge too. I'll just bring that color in from the edge here. There we go. Kind of like it to kind of, in my case, I'm going to just kind of work my way down, but I'm not going to get down into the words as much. All right. So now I only have one more sponge, and I'm going to give that sponge to you, and I'm just going to use a blending brush. I don't even know where I got this blending brush, but I'm going to try this blending brush. And I'm going to use Applemint next. Oh, I did have a brush that had Applemint on it. Okay. And then I'm going to start right in the center there. And I'm going to work that color into the sea glass to try to get a nice
this
fade.
color is faded brick.
That's faded brick, yes. Somebody ask?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're keeping track of your comments? I couldn't even get on Facebook. I know you're on YouTube, right?
I am on YouTube.
You're finding comments on YouTube. So I'm sorry if any of our Facebook friends are asking a bunch of questions. Tom will scan through them after we're done our project. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. So pretty. I'm just going to come down a little bit more. Make sure I get that blend up into the sea glass. And then the sea glass, I guess it really doesn't matter whether you use a sponge or a blending brush. They both work really nicely. Oh, you have one down here yet to do. That's cool.
Same color?
Well, that's up to you. It's your card.
All right. Do I have another blender?
Oh, you're going to use a third color? You can do that.
No, I don't.
I'll
use
find
it.
you a blender.
I'm just curious what a third color would look like.
Well, let me see if I can find one that, I think this one's all washed. So I'm going to just use it quick on a piece of white cardstock here just to make sure. Yeah, this one will work. It's washed. It's just stained.
All right.
And you
So
guys, I don't know if you know this, you can wash these with just rinse them and just squeeze out all the color, and then they clean up really nice. They do stain just like the blender brushes. But so what color are you using there?
So the second color was honey mustard. And
Okay.
this is sandy beach.
Sandy beach. Want me to hold it? Should have seen the look I just got.
Oh, this is very light.
Is it too light? You can go with craft if it's too light.
No, let's go
It's
with
good?
what we got.
All right.
No worries.
All right. I'm not worrying. I'm preaching not to worry.
Remember the blackjack dealer 25 years ago when we played music in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
Remember what he said?
Not to worry.
Not to worry.
Yeah. When Tom and I were kids in our early 20s, we played in a band together, and we played out in Las Vegas. And after we would finish playing, every once in a while, we would go and play a little blackjack. And there was one blackjack dealer that he was so calming. He'd say, not to worry. And then we'd lose. Right? Not always.
No.
We weren't big
We
spenders.
made some grocery money.
Yeah, we would play like the dollar blackjack table. Anything bigger than that was too scary. All right. So now if you want, and this is just if you want, you could try blending those colors together and these colors together a little bit more. If you want. That's only if you want. I'm not trying to.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
It's a very light color.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Maybe the faded brick going down a little bit into the color would work, but that's kind of cool. I like it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use this microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to wipe over my leaves just to get any ink that might be resting on top of that embossing powder. Tom, you're doing such a good job. Do you want to do your leaves?
Just all over?
Yeah, just get the ink off of there. See how it doesn't look so white? And when you do that, see how it gets nice and white? All right. Beautiful. I love it. Now we need another part of this greeting. This is not enough of a greeting. We have to say forever something. So there's a lot of choices here. You could start like with best friends forever, or forever grateful, forever yours, forever in my heart, forever mine, or mine forever, and forever and always. That'd be a nice wedding card. I know these are not man greetings. We've already gone over that. Do you think of any other man greetings?
No, I haven't.
No?
I haven't been working on it.
Oh, you got to work on that because they want the man
Forever.
set.
Forever is a long time. No,
That is not a greeting that I would recommend.
I want forever best friends.
Okay. So for best friends forever or forever?
Forever best friends.
Okay.
Is that grammatically incorrect?
I was not the English major. You were. So I'll give that to you. But I think either way, I'm going to do forever in my heart. I like that. Okay, so the best way to do this is to lay your greeting down so that you can see it. And I'm off the scene here, so let's do that. So you put your greeting down where you can see it. And then I like to take the acrylic block, and these acrylic blocks have grids on them, so I like to line that grid up. That was not good. I'm sorry. I might have to get my head in the way of the camera. Maybe not. Let's see. If it does get in the way, I'm sorry. Okay. So that makes it nice and straight because I actually picked it up like that. So we're going to emboss this. We're going to do this in white. So we need to use the embossing magic pad. And then I'm going to use the VersaMark again. And you know what we're going to need, though? We're going to need white embossing powder for this. And you know I keep this in this big Glad container. So
I thought that was sugar.
you thought this was sugar?
Wondering why that coffee tasted funny.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I missed it.
You don't want to mix those
No.
and have those out together
No.
on the same.
You don't. I got to get my head in here. Sorry. I'm going to just stamp. Maybe you can't see me stamp, but I'm going to stamp it right there. Okay. And then I'm going to put some white embossing powder, some sugar on it. So there I have forever in my heart. Okay. So you can do yours now. And I'm going to emboss this. Sugar. Woo! Okay. You need the VersaMark. Here we go.
The stamp.
Oh, you need the stamp. Okay, best friends, right?
So this goes anywhere on here? We're going to cut it?
We're going to cut it, yeah. But you got to do it up here so they can see you do it.
Best friends. Okay. Got to see me doing it, huh?
Yeah. It's not always easy.
How's that look?
Looks good. Looks great. So did you put your embossing magic on there?
Yes.
Your Rena calls it a dust bag.
Dust bag. Stick tool dust bag.
Yeah, she's got her own language. And now that people are watching you, they know where she gets it.
Yes, we are a language-based, focused family.
Yes.
We make up our own language.
We do.
Okay.
All
So,
right, so
anywhere on here?
anywhere, well, wherever you put the dust.
I put it all over.
Okay, good. All right.
Oops. That was a
Crooked?
false start. Okay.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to stress you out. But it looks good. All right. See, it's better when it's not sugar, right?
There's a little bit of the S that's stuck there. I need that little brush.
Oh, a little brush, or do you want that little stick tool?
The stick tool.
Where's the stick tool?
Oh,
Oh, here it is. It's hiding. There's the stick tool.
okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, look at this surgical.
Oh, the precision. Sorry. I'm really good. I'm just ready to mess you up.
All right.
Okay. So you got to do it over there. I'm going to use some of that too.
Okay, it all looks shiny.
So it all looks shiny. Does it look shiny?
Yep.
Okay, it looks good. Ow. Careful. Don't point it at yourself when you're turning it off.
Raise the bubble.
Okay, so I'm going to give you, these are the Brutus Monroe scissors.
Beth, you don't have to hold your breath, but we'll do it for you.
What'd she say?
I better put the stick tool away before
Yeah.
somebody gets hurt.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off like a little bit here, like that. And then you want to try to make it even on the other side.
No, now you're asking too much.
Doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, mine is not perfect. Okay, you really cut close. So yours is going to be like that. Mine's going to be a flag. Yours is just going to be a strip because you're very close.
All right.
I'm going to do this thing here. So I'm going to cut in like this and in like that to make a little tail on the end.
I'm going right to the edge, though.
You are? That looks good. Okay. So I'm going to pop mine up. Are you going to pop yours up or are you going to tape it right on?
I'll pop it up. I taped it on last time, so I'll pop this time.
You're going to pop, all right. So in that drawer there is a pair of red scissors. They are my goopy scissors. So I like to, oh my gosh, can't even open them sometimes. They're so goopy. I need to clean them. I need to get some Goo Gone and just clean them. But I'm going to use half of this. And I don't know if that's enough for you, but I think that's going to be enough for me. So I'm going to put that on there like that.
Okay.
If you want to use that piece, it might be enough. You
Yep.
can try. And I'm going to pop mine up. Now, before I do that, though, before we do that, I think we should mount. Ooh, everything's sticking. I bought these bracelets. So Tom and I went camping. I have to tell you, I bought these 2 bracelets, and they're costume jewelry. They're very fun. This is a bead called azurite, and it has a little magnet clasp. And then this, you can change it and make it as big or as small as you want. But I've been working in my stamp room, and no matter what, like the scissors stick to it. Everything sticks to it. The Misty, I got stuck to the Misty yesterday. So be careful with your magnetic bracelets. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my panel onto a black panel. And it is a little warpy from the embossing.
You have a lot of advice on how to clean those scissors.
Oh, yeah? All right, I got to look through that.
Eucalyptus oil, said Kathleen.
Ooh, that's nice. Better than Goo Gone.
Heidi said rubbing alcohol.
I will try that.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, now you're going to stick yours together.
All right. Pardon my skull.
It's not in the way.
How close is that?
That's pretty good, yeah. So you got a little bit of dot adhesive here, and you can just rub your finger over that, and that'll come off. You might get a paper cut, but it'll come off.
Is it too much on the top? Does it have to be centered?
Yeah, go ahead, try it again. But if it starts to tear, then give up. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to get you a different card base while you're doing that. So I'm over here now, so Tom's going to have to talk to you while I get him a card base.
Okay, so trying again. This is something I don't do every day. This is going to have to work.
Yeah. It looks good.
All right.
All right, so here's your card base.
So this,
I did you a
again,
card
I
base.
got to do this?
But I put the tape on this piece here instead of on this piece.
Okay.
I think it'll be easier for you. And I have, excuse my reach here, I have a card base here. Kind of like the white card base on this. It's just really simple. And then my thing is going to pop up there. I want to put sequins on mine. I always have to put bling. Nice. All right. Very nice. So if you're going to pop that up, I don't know that I would put it right to the edge.
Why?
Well,
You won't give me my edge. will
all
you?
right, do the edge.
Why won't you do it?
I don't know. I feel nervous about it. I'm worrying. See, I'm not taking my own advice. Okay, you gotta push it up a little so they can see. Yeah, that does look good. Okay, to the edge was a good idea.
To the edge.
Of time. Forever in my heart. Okay. Now, do you think that we need to put some bling on here? A little bit of like sequins or something? Because gold sequins would be really pretty on yours.
Okay.
And I think disco ball sequins would be really pretty on mine.
What about black? Do you have black sequins?
Well, we have a color that's like black. It's called Galaxy, but it's got a lot of purple and green in it too. I don't think that will work.
All right. This could be a disaster.
Yes, because you want to open it up here.
Oh.
These are Elizabeth something craft containers. Let me see if I have the whole container to show people what it looks like. It's really big. This is what it looks like. Let me see if I can pass this through here. See how big this thing is? It's Elizabeth Ward and Company. And so basically, I'm going to open this here. It's got all these stickers, and then you can put all your embellishments in here. It's really for beads, but, you know, embellishments are perfect. And our little bags of embellishments fit pretty nicely in here. You'll have a few extras, but that'll give you an opportunity to share them with somebody else. Before you go on, Tom, I wanted to show you these. Where'd they go? Never mind. I don't have them. I thought I had the Galaxy ones, but I don't. I don't have them, so carry on. Okay. So, do you want to use the jewel picker? You did this before, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. So you need some Connect glue. I always start my Connect glue just on another little scrap piece of paper just to make sure it's flowing well. It's usually always flowing well, though.
Okay.
Okay. So where are you going to put them? Just going to randomly. Also, sequins and embellishments are a great thing to use if you have a little smudge somewhere, like if you've got a little dot of something that got somewhere that you didn't want it. You can always put sequins over to cover it. All right.
Cupwords.
Cupwords, yeah. Cupwords. Tom made up a word because I told him sequins, the cups go up. And he said cupword. All right. So I'm good. Oh, I like the gold is beautiful on that. Put one there. Put one here. Put one here. I like threes. Threes and fives. I like the odd numbers. Looking good. There's just something about that little bit of bling that really jazzes the card up. Awesome. You doing 4?
No.
Okay. Can I borrow the stick tool? Okay. I like the other side. I like the smaller side.
I didn't know there was a smaller side. My eyeballs didn't pick that up.
I put my glue on earlier, so it's a little tacky, and that actually makes it pretty easy to drop the sequins on. So do the girls at work watch when you're on?
Of course. I hope so.
After giving you the advice, they should see if you followed through. Well, if you're watching, Shelly, Tom does smell good. You do smell good. Even though it's not smell-o-vision, you smell good.
Okay.
I always put perfume on though right before I go live too. I don't know. It's like a thing. I know you don't have perfume. You have men's spray stuff, whatever that is. But okay. So here's I'm going to stop. Here's my finished card. A very non-traditional leaf card. And here is Tom's card with some more autumn-y traditional colors. And he's got gold sequins on there. I like them. We did good.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, very clean and simple, easy cards. There we go. Do that and make them look nice. All right. Okay. Well, that's it. Good job.
My work here is finished.
Your work here is done. Until next time, you got to tap out.
Thank you all for enduring that. I'm
Can you
back.
switch to where they can see us? They can
Oh,
see you. Because they won't get to see you if you leave. Let's see if we can do this. There we go.
There
You're
we are.
back. Yeah, we're matching.
I know.
We're matching shirts.
The team.
Yeah, this is the team.
One for the team
Yeah.
tonight.
I like it.
So thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap out and back to you.
All right, sounds good. Well, that is the emboss resist technique. I know a lot of you guys have already seen emboss resist, but that might be a fun way that you haven't seen it, where you don't go all the way over the card, just a little bit down and kind of stop where your images end. So I will be taking pictures of these. These will be in our forum. So make sure you head over to Facebook. If you have a Facebook, head over to Facebook and join our group. The group is called Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends, and we'd love to have you there. We'd love to see all of your beautiful cards too. So if you made anything tonight along with us, or you make anything inspired by this video, please post it over there because we want to see it. All right, so I do have a quote tonight about worry, and I saw this. It didn't have a person to credit, but it was called forward hindsight. Kind of maybe the way that we should try to think. You know, if you could see how it all turns out, and if you could trace back every twist and turn, you'd be free from all fear and all doubt, and you just live through life's lessons. It's easier said than done, of course, to make sense of it all, but you don't have to figure it all out at once. Just rise every time you fall. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We had so much fun with you. Tom, thank you for joining me tonight. I had a great time with you. It's always fun to have you right next to me here making cards. And I know it's a treat for everybody because you're a lot of fun and you say a lot of funny things. And I laugh way too much, I know. All right, guys. So we will be back on Wednesday with another fun technique. And until then, those of you on the East Coast, stay safe, stay hunkered down, and hopefully this storm passes with just a little bit of rain. And for everybody out there, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you all, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.